Our dear viewers, it's time for our news bulletin on Channel 2. Minister President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi expressed gratitude for the Arab leaders participating in an extraordinary summit in Cairo. Via his official social media account, the President cherished the Arab consensus on supporting a reconstruction plan for the Gaza Strip while ensuring the Palestinians remain on their homeland. President Sisi also welcomed any proposals by the international community which would help bring this plan into a success. The head of state said he is looking forward to working with U.S. President Donald Trump to adopt a plan towards a fair and comprehensive settlement to the Palestinian issue. And in the summit's final communique, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi announced that the Arab Summit ratified Egypt's reconstruction plan for Gaza, contributing to the enhancement of the joint Arab action. The communique deemed Egypt's post-war recovery plan for Gaza a collective Arab plan, urging the international community to quickly fund its implementation. The communique attached an utmost priority to the implementation of the ceasefire agreement in Gaza and called on the UN Security Council to deploy international peacekeepers in order to preserve security in the occupied Palestinian territories. Addressing a press conference on the sidelines of the Arab Summit, Minister of Foreign Affairs, Migration and Egyptian expatriates Badr Abdelati clarified that the Egyptian proposed Gaza reconstruction plan includes two phases. Egypt's top diplomat noted that the first phase shall aim at providing temporary houses for Palestinians, removing rubble, dismantling explosive devices and restoring essential services. The second and final phase will include restoration of all services and the construction of some 300,000 residential units, along with the establishment of a commercial port and an international airport. On the sidelines of the summit that was held on Tuesday, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi met with the European Union chief Antonio Costa. The two sides asserted the need to ensure enough humanitarian aid which should be allowed into the Gaza Strip and warned against any resumption of fighting. The meeting asserted the deep relations binding Egypt and the European Union. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi also met with Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas on the sidelines of the Arab Summit. The President reiterated Egypt's permanent stance in support of the Palestinian cause and stressed the rejection of both Egyptian state and people to any displacement of the Palestinians in Gaza and the West Bank. President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi stressed Egypt's constant support to Lebanon and to the efforts by the Lebanese president to achieve stability and ensure security of the Lebanese people. This came at the presidential meeting with his Lebanese counterpart Joseph Aoun on the sideline of the Arab Summit on Gaza. The president asserted that Egyptian companies are willing to engage actively in Lebanon development and reconstruction efforts and to provide assistance in empowering the Lebanese state. While in another meeting on the sidelines of the Arab Summit, President Sisi met with Syrian interim President Ahmed al-Shara on Tuesday. The president asserted Egypt's interest in supporting the Syrian people and achieved their aspiration for stability and development. Al-Sisi also rejected any encroachment on Syrian territories. President Sisi also met with Iraqi President Abdel Latif Rashid. Al-Sisi asserted Egypt's willingness to engage in the development efforts and boosting the mutual relation with Iraq. At another meeting, the President and head of the Yemeni Leadership Council, Rashid al-Ulimi, asserted that the stability of Yemen is strongly related to Egypt's stability. The President also stressed Egypt's support to Yemen unity and the Yemen crisis would be resolved through political settlement. Hamas welcomed the Arab Summit's adoption of a plan for the reconstruction of Gaza and creation of a community support committee to oversee relief efforts, rebuilding and governance in the Palestinian territory. The group also called for ensuring all necessary resources for the success of this plan. While in the Gaza Strip, Israeli occupation forces continue blocking food, fuel, medicine, and other desperately needed supplies from entering the Strip. Medics in Gaza said pressure should be exerted on Israel to implement the humanitarian part of the ceasefire deal that entered into force on the 19th of January. The UN Humanitarian Office said Israel has refused to let the United Nations pick up humanitarian supplies that came through the Karam Abu Salim crossing before the Israeli blocking of aid deliveries. And finally, in the West Bank, where the Israeli occupation army has deployed tanks in recent weeks for the first time in 20 years, Israeli military said it had expanded its week-long offensive to more areas of Jenin city. The incursion has involved raids in multiple refugee camps near the cities of Tulkarm and Tubas as well. Palestinian resistance group mourned the death of a senior commander who was killed Tuesday by an Israeli airstrike in Jenin. Well, our dear viewers, with that we come to the end of our news bulletin. I'm Many thanks for joining us.